Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream. Today it's the 3rd of November 2020, coming 33 minutes past 8 in the evening in the United Kingdom. Time for another Microsoft Flight Simulator group flight. The last of these we did was around a couple of months ago when we were in the Canary Islands. I did about 4 or 5 sectors. The last 2 sectors we jumped online and it was absolute carnage. Now, I was trying to think of what would be a great thing to do on the next group flight, and I mentioned it many times before. 10 years ago, I was doing my CPL and initial flight training in Arizona, and one of the places I went to was the Diablo Crater. They just call it the Meteor Crater, and I thought that was a really awesome place to visit. I also flew around quite a few of the places around here too, and I thought, you know what would be a really good idea? Why don't we try and land as many Cessna 150s in the Meteor Crater for a bit of fun? Now, I have practiced doing it once. It is doable, although it be very tough. I thought, let's see how many aircraft we could get. So I asked everyone in the community to join in, get as many Cessna 150s as possible. We're going to be starting off in Prescott Regional Airport, Kilo Papa Romeo Charlie. We're going to fly all the way over to Winslow. We'll do a touch and go in Sedona on the way there, and then onwards to the Meteor Crater. Now, I have pinned to the chat here right at the top. You can have a route map of our exact routing today using the US VFR chart, so you can put the plug there, the charts, so there's even a radial to follow as well. So yes, it could be very amusing indeed. Now, all I've done is fire up Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've been led to believe there's quite a few aircraft there already. In fact, if I zoom in here, I could already see. I mean, these are just members of mine. If you remember, I had you as a friend on here already. So oh, there we go. Look, I can already see there's plenty of aircraft waiting. So what I'm going to do is select the Cessna 150. So we'll go here, propellers. Cessna 150, the aircraft I learned to fly. I'm going to do my PPL initially. Departure point is going to be Kilo Papa Romeo Charlie, which is right in front of us here. I'm going to start on a stand because I'm actually going to do the checklist initially, and so we can do a little bit of realism, and then I will use live weather, live time, and everything as well. And we're going to fly to Winslow, which is Kilo India November Whiskey. There we are. So that's set in there, and what I'll do, Sedona, I'll add that as an en route waypoint. There we go. So that's all set. That will keep us the engines off here. Now, flight conditions, need to make sure I've always set correctly. So I'll put on, I think it's live players. Other players will be visible if you also have their settings to live players, and they share the same air traffic settings. But I think if I have it on all players, everyone will show regardless. Air traffic will be off, so that won't show any other traffic. But everything, live weather and live time, is enabled, so that's all good. I think that's what I need to ensure that everyone is displayed. If not, we'll just reload it. But yeah, let's give it a whirl and see what we see when we get there. Listener says this ought to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be quite amusing, I think. Waypoint Richie, is this the Microsoft Flight Sim theme music? Yes, we've had it from the start. Snapshot says you probably will need AWACS. Oh dear. What server? Yeah, North Europe. North Europe is the server on. So you want to be on that one to make sure you can see everyone else there. Tunes a banger, said Nat. Just unbelievable. But I hope you're all doing very well anyway. Nice to be having a very chilled out stream like this. I love doing these ones, they're great fun. We're going to be jumping in hopefully on Friday in the Airbus A300 on X-Plane, in X-Plane, and that's a stream I need to prepare for and practice, so I'm going to be doing that on Thursday in preparation. The live pilot, you're joining now, that's awesome. Alright, can we see anyone here? So if I press ready to fly. Now, first thing I need to do is actually turn on my Xbox controller. There we are. I can see quite a few people. I've actually got a couple of other people on my stand here. Look at this. There's already dozens and dozens of aircraft here. We've got Epicness 204, Battle Rain Pool. Probably not everyone will be displayed here. Now, I'm just going to put my Xbox controller on. That will actually freeze the sim for a couple of seconds. There we are. That way I can have a look at the rounds. So I'll quickly go on the showcase camera and we'll see who we have around us here. I mean, it's everyone everywhere. Great to see everyone's in the Cessna 150s. There's probably even more because I think there's multiple aircraft on the stands. But Hurricane 84, Battle Rain, Fosse Kievo, fantastic. Right, anyway, I'll jump into the cockpit now to get everything started. Awesome. I'll try my best to keep an eye on the chat as well, but whilst I do get things start up, we'll do the full checklist. Basically, I did a tutorial last week on the touch and goes and the circuits. So I'm going to follow the same checklist here. So seats in, parking brakes on, radios off, instruments legible and serviceable. So we are live weather. Let's just set the pressure setting here in inches of mercury. So that is 3020. There's Moen taxiing ahead. So 3020, and that should read the elevation of the airfield, which is 5,050 feet. So we've got the correct pressure set, so we know that's at least working. There's Ted Striker 88 taxiing into view. Flying controls, make sure they're full and free. So let's do a quick whirl of that. Fall forward, fall back, left and right. I think I hope the sim starts to default with half a tank of fuel. I think that should be all we need. Mixture to full rich. Throttle we'll put in a quarter. There we are. Master switch can come on. There we are. We'll pop the beacon light on as well. And that's it. We're all ready to go to pretty much start the engine. So let's give that a whirl on there. Oh no, I know what I forgot to do. Don't forget to put the fuel cock on. Oh, it started, just about. Oh, fantastic, there we go. So there we go, the engine started. So RPM's rising, RPM set to 1200, which it is. Starter warning lights out, ammeter's charging. We know it's broken in the sim. Mags, we do a check. Flaps, we do a flaps up takeoff. Flight instruments, we then set. Radio's tuned for departure. So it just takes it straight into me. And now we're all ready to taxi. So, jumping off out here, what we're going to do, looking at the wind here, we're using live weather. It's 130 at 10 knots. So what's going to be the best runway for departure here? I actually don't know. I don't have any aerodrome charts available. Just go and grab one up here in front of me. So with that wind, we're going to be actually wanting to take off of runway 12, which is the shorter runway of the two. So what we're going to do is turn right here, and then make a further right turn. We're going to taxi off runway 12, so just in this direction there. So we'll make our way to the whole point now. Jump on into the cockpit. Let's release the parking brake. And we're on our way. Oh, there's... So guys, you see here, Yankee Xbox. This is actually a good friend of mine who's a 737 captain as well. Hello. Hello, Yannick. I didn't know you were joining today. Awesome stuff. So we've got Pilot Guy 699 who's taxiing in the wrong direction. We're going to be going to runway 12. Fabi Hansy's also one of my regular subscribers. Absolute carnage. Thanks for subscribing, Devin Litton. Welcome on board. Got Fast Pete, Object Tune Find. Love some of these names here. Even the ground staff have all come out to come and see what's going on. Amazing. Look at that height. Well, there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, probably what, 25? There's still aircraft spawning in. So I'm gonna follow this guy in front of us. He's actually taxiing the correct direction here. We need to do our power checks as well, don't forget. Captain Jack, personal question, how do you overcome the financial hurdle of paying for flight training? I had to take a flight training loan out. Unfortunately, I wasn't in a position just to have that money given to me or anything like that. And this was back in 2008 when I got my flight training loan, 2009, and it's around £75,000 that loan, which I only finished paying off about 3 or 4 years ago. But we've discussed that. I need to do a blog article about that because so many people ask that question. Awesome, so let's go to runway 12. Oh my god, that's absolutely crazy. I don't even think everyone's here. Amazing. I'm not doing a good job staying on the taxi line, I'm too busy looking around us. Wicked. So what's going to be really interesting is how on earth we're going to all get into the crater. I've done it, but you have to sort of do like a little bit of a orbit or a circle. You have to keep making circles around and then land smoothly. Now if it goes well, what we'll do, we'll try and fly out the crater, land in Winslow, and I might, if we have a bit of time left, try another aircraft as well. Looks like the F1 quali when rain is expected. That's a good point, Christoph. Absolutely brilliant. Awesome. Right, well we need to do our power checks, guys, before we blast off. I can see you've all been camping and staying the night behind. Are these I don't even know what these are. It's like rare gems or diamonds. I thought they were tents. Right, anyway, I'm going to do the power checks first. Jesus, absolutely crazy. Right, anyway, let's pop the parking brake on and do our power checks. Got to make sure, obviously, that the aircraft is completely safe and airworthy before we go try and land in the crater here. So, power checks, into wind, check clear all round, especially behind. Not today, we've got WAS busted right up the rear here. Right, let's do our power checks then. So T's and P's, they're all in the green, all now set 1700 RPM. There we are, 1700 RPM. Right, check the carb heat. There we are, RPM drop only slightly. Magnetos check left and right. Oh no, that's the starter motor. There's right. Back to both, and then back to left. There we are, that's fine, not really checking it, but suction's good, 3 to 5, ammeter's charging, and T's and P's are still in the green, back to idle power. There we are. I'm gonna have to take some screenshots, guys. Absolutely awesome. So, print screen, there we go. Guys, make sure you take us loads of screenshots. If you want to send me pictures on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook, feel free to do so. I'm happy to retweet any I see there. I'm all ready to go then. So, pre-takeoff checklist, trimmers set for takeoff, mixtures full rich. Actually, because of the altitude here, we probably want to have the mixture slightly out for takeoff to get more power. Pitot heat's not required, primers locked, fuel's on and sufficient. We've got half a tank, instruments are checked, and we're all set, ready to go. Right, parking brake released. I think it's about time we head off to our first port of call, which is Sedona. That's only about 15 minutes away. And I'll just taxi through these aircraft. Thankfully they do disappear, which is very useful. Oh look, we've got a Beechcraft Baron that's just appeared. I need to lower my seat here slightly. Right, I'll let some of you get up on the runway, onto the runway first. Absolutely crazy. Oh dear. Right, I think we're all ready to go. Right, get your togas in, chat. Right, full power. Brakes are on. We'll be into wind and then make a left turn after departure. We'll climb straight ahead to 6,000 feet and then make a left turn. Right, off we go. So there's the right rudder in. We'll rotate at 50 knots. There they go. There was a fuel truck on the runway. Look, yeah, wise decision. You've got about 200 Cessnas heading off towards you. Right, we're airborne right now, and we'll climb up at 65 knots. And there we are. Perfect. So we're going to take a little bit of power off. Oh, look at Fabianzi doing a fly past there. Absolutely awesome. Right, so I'll pitch up a little bit slower, and I'll make sure I go flat out on the cruise so you can actually catch up and stay close. Take a little bit of power off here. Oh dear, my runway tracking's not great. So let's get to 65 knots. Awesome. The livery is the default Cessna 151, I think. Answering a question there, Paul. Thank you. Yes, livery. It's just a default one here. I don't have an Alpaca Airways Cessna livery just yet. We probably have our nav lights on. I just realised everyone else has the one except me. Taxi landing light. That's the nav light. Good, so that's all working well. We'll make our left turn en route now. What I'm going to do is tune up this VOR, because that's how I'm going to primarily navigate today. Oh, speed's come back a little bit there. So we'll put 061 for our radial. We're going to head north initially, and we're going to capture this radial, and we'll level off at 6,000 feet initially. You'll probably need to lean your mixture off slightly. So there's 6,000. Level off. And the VOR frequency, which I did have saved on my phone, is... can't even see it. 14.1. Oh, right, there we are. So we'll trim her out. I'll get this frequency tuned. And then we'll have a good look outside of what on earth is going on behind us. There we are. Oh, my altitude keeping's not great. There we are. Oh, needs everyone to catch up a little bit. I'll slow down a little bit. And we'll set about 2,300 RPM usually, but people should start catching up there if they're going flat out. Wicked. So there we are. We're going to head in this direction. 16.1. Directions to where? Oh, Siri's asking what direction do I need to go in. Good one. 14.1, so we need to make that active. There we are. And as soon as we intercept, basically going to go northbound, intercept that VOR, and then that will take us all the way to Sedona. There we are, look at that, 10 strike 88 on my wing, got Michael Beck 486, Moon King up here, Moon King 221, pilot guy, very nicely flown. There's Steve J, looking outstanding. Right, so we're going to go on this heading here. At 6,000. We should actually be at around 3.5 or technically 7,500 feet or 5,500 feet on this heading with the semicircular rule. But this is working completely fine for us. And yeah, Sedona's next. Ah yes, thanks Nightbot for those fun facts. Yes, the crater that we're actually flying into today. Back in, I think it was 1964, wasn't it, Nightbot? Let's have a look there. I'm trying to see who this is on our left. Look at that. Beautifully flown 10 Striker 88. Back in 1964, a couple of, I think it was American Airlines pilots found themselves stuck in this very crater. They tried to fly over it, and they were accidentally, I think, sucked into it, and they actually crashed. They were injured, but they survived, and I think actually there's bits of this Cessna 150 still in the bottom of the crater, which is pretty cool. Wicked, look at this, absolutely awesome. Got Michael X 486, Fabi Hansi's catching up with his Cessna. What's on cruise speed here? I'm not going flat out, so I'll give you a chance for people to flat out. I'm all trimmed out here, so I'm making very few inputs here. I've only got about 2,000 RPM, so I'll put a little bit more power in there. And we'll just wait for that VOR to come in. Who's that out there? Domino Mocena was one of the members. Awesome. So whilst I'm all trimmed out here, I'll go into the showcase camera. Where am I? I don't even know which one I am. Where am I? I hope the aircraft's still in level flight. Alright, that's my aeroplane. So, you can have a look around here. Look, have a good look at you, Michael X 486. Might want to put your gear up though, sir. There's 10 Striker 88, he's been very close. Steve J, Fast Pete 84, Boot 41 Creel. Absolutely awesome. Kurosh, can someone link the alpaca livery for the Zebo? Yeah, I can do that for you. You see that as a command though. I'll take another screenshot here. There we are. Easy. Right, oops, I've just passed that radial look, so what I need to do is make a right turn here. And we're going to fly on that radial of 061. Oh, I caught a few people off guard there, look. So there we are, we're now on this route here. So guys, we're going to have to climb it in a bit because the elevation en route is quite high. But we'll stick to 6,000 for now. And then Sedona should be about 15 minutes away or something here. So again, if you're just watching this at home, you can click the link in the pinned comment. You can see exactly where we're going. So we're currently now, you see on the map, if you're looking at that map on the top of the link there is a pink line which is our route, but what I've actually done is fly north, and there's a blue line. You can see where I've wrote Kilo Papa Romeo Charlie. There's a blue line, and that's actually an airway, the 061 Victor airway, which is going to be taking us soon over the Woodchute Wilderness area, just north of Cottonwood, and then over to Sedona. So that's what we're following here, is this VOR radial. So if you're flying, tune up 14.1 as your primary nav aid, and then the radial of 061, and then you can navigate conventionally, which is really cool. Where is this I need to join? So if you've got a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator, fire it up now. You can then join the North Europe server, and then all you need to do, if you're already running a bit late, it doesn't matter. I'll bring up the map. You can start off in KSEZ in Sedona, join the formation. There's loads of little airfields. There's one here at P52, 48 Alpha Z, but we're all going to do a touch and go here at Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu. Wicked. Right, anyway, guys, I think what we need to do now is climb up to... what's the elevation of Sedona? It's 4,800. We're gonna actually, you know what? Let's go up to 7,500 feet.
50,
that should do
40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Samuel Foley, for the $2. How do I join this great migration? Simon Foley, if you'd held on for a couple of minutes, you would have seen what I just said. So there you go. Join the Northwest Europe server. I think it's Northwest Europe, so I can't remember. It's in the channel description below. And then make sure you select the one of the airports which is pointed out there. So guys, we're going to climb up to 7,500 feet now. I'm going to set just under full power. You would usually climb with full power. The reason is I just want to be able to keep up. Look at that, ATC Andrews now right behind. Non-stick Skunk 62, Steve J. Fast Pete's been very close all the time. Michael 486 has always been on my left wing there. Fantastic. We've got Curry Roundsfell doing circles and orbits. Absolutely sensational. Right, just watch our heading. And we've got Feb Beast ahead of us. Lemke, is it group only? Absolutely not. Anyone is able to join this. Wicked. Did anyone see the Instagram story I posted as well? I had a bit of a laugh at that one. Who on earth was that? Oh, look at the shadows on the ground as well. Amazing. Yeah, check out the Instagram story. I was doing some low-level flying and I nearly hit a car, and then there was actually a clip which one of my friends sent me of a Cessna or a light aircraft clipping the roof of a car, so I kind of merged the two there. Look at that. Epic formation flying. He's wearing some sort of invisibility cloak there. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Right, I need to make sure I'm heading in the right direction though. Keep drifting a little bit off track here. So the radial's saying fly right, so we'll climb up to 7,500 feet. That way we're also respecting the semicircular rule, so if there's any traffic heading in the other direction, also following it, we shouldn't have a mid-air collision. See, we only care about following real world rules. There's pilot guy 699. A little bit of turbulence here, I think. Echo Mike November, good evening, Captain. Did you undergo an aptitude test to become a pilot? I did, yes. Both at the flight training school and for my interview as well. Just a basic aptitude test. Smitty, how long till landing? We should be in Sedona. Not too long, around 15 minutes. The next leg will be about half an hour or so. But the scenery here is absolutely spectacular. So we're coming up next town. There'll be a town just after these mountains here called Clarkdale. Again, if you've got the link open at the top, you'll see where Clarkdale is. Clarkdale will pass on our right hand side. So we'll level off at 7,500. I've already got cruise power set because I was climbing at a little bit of a slower speed. So to make sure I'm trimmed out here, keep climbing. North Europe, sorry. Did I say Northwest Europe? It's in the video description below. That's the server I'm on. Who's at KSEZ? There might be some people at Sedona already, Aaron, because we'll be doing a touch and go, so it's a great point to join the formation. Got 10 Striker joining on the front there, the left. Amazing, guys. Magic AL, FS7700, got Dominator, Sly Dragon. Superb work. Right, so pretty much all trimmed there with cruise power set. It should give us about 90 to 100 knots in the 150. You can see a swarm of Sedonas in Carpool. Oh, there'll be even more people joining. Outrageous. Right, so popping over these mountains here. Clarkdale is the next town. So this is Clarkdale down here on the right. Absolutely awesome. Remember, this is live weather right now in Arizona. Aaron Hastings, I'm spawning there now. Cheers. Awesome stuff. We'll meet you in Sedona, Aaron. We'll be doing a touch and go. Actually, let's have a look at the wind in Sedona and see what runway we should do our touch and go on. The wind's calm. Okay. We'll probably just do a straight in then, landing on... what a straight in direction be? Probably 03. Okay, watch that track. Maintaining heading around 060, not taking wind into account there. Amazing. Corey, he's going to loop it. Not quite. Awesome. Now, because they've got real weather on, there's a little bit of thermals, I think, or a little more disruption from the landscapes. I did a practice sector yesterday, and with the weather off, and it was actually very smooth in the sim. Amazing. Sedona, says Pepper64. Yes, that's what we're here doing our touch and go in. So Sedona should be over here in the distance. Right, now I'm all trimmed out. I'll try the showcase camera again so we can see who's around us. Oops, I need to turn the controls off. Look at these two. Oops, a little bit of collision. FS700 keeping it behind. Ultra Rocket, North-esque. If you can hear me, it's so loud. Sly Dragon, 8C Andrew, Flexi, Flix5969, Sly Dragon 1209, and bring up the rear is Poof Sari Eve. Amazing. Look at this landscape below, with quarry below us now. Amazing. Right, so there's lovely here at 7,500 feet. Sedona's around 5,000 feet, so about 2,500 feet above our aerodrome elevation. Imagine this on Fansim, I know, would be causing quite a bit of upset, that's for sure. That's the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator. All these servers you can just join in here. Just imagine looking down and seeing that. I mean, I won't go all the way to the bottom, but look at that. Can you imagine someone down here looking up at this? Absolutely crazy. Look at that. Amazing. Wicked. Sweet, I'll be like the Cosmic Frog. Oh. I'm excited to play with 200 ping. Yeah, probably need a little bit quicker. Cool. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering, I think I should be able to. I think I can bring up Navigraph here. Hold on. There we are. Look, so you can actually see. Look, this is we're actually following a real airway, the Victor 12264 airway. Look. Which is based off the 061 radial from Drake Prescott, or it's a Vortac actually. So it's actually real world navigation, and that takes us pretty much right over the top of Sedona, so that's why I actually chose this VOR radial then. Wicked. I'd be concerned about hearing that multiple prop noise in real life. Yeah, I know. Just imagine that sound. Snapshot. It's like the Blitz, but with Cessna 152s. Yeah, I'd far rather see one of these come over than some German World War II aircraft in the war. Oh my. So what else we got here? We've got Lucent Whistle joining. Util Rocket 1, 6 Scaraber, 82954. Lovely. The aircraft's pretty much in trim now, having to make very little inputs to maintain level flight. 2 dislikes, outrageous. I agree, Alex. There must be Llama International's employers. Guys, if you're enjoying this community stream, which do pop up occasionally, they're not obviously going to be coming up that often because we do like to do the serious flights on VATSIM, but if you do enjoy the content, smash the thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe as well so you can see whenever we do these community group flights. I'm going to probably do one a month or so at the moment. I do one members group flight, one of these community flights on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got loads of stuff coming up on the channel. As I said, the Innie Builds Airbus A300 stream will be, I'm hoping to do on Friday. We'll be going to North America for that stream as well. What a horde! Absolutely. There's a Cessna 170 mod with rockets somewhere for X-Plane. Outrageous. Ooh. Corey's losing it. It's all going straight through me. Waz Mustard nice and low. Superb. Right, anyway guys, for those in the group fight, look ahead because that plateau just here is exactly where Sedona Airfield is. So what we're going to do, we'll start a gentle descent soon, we'll land on runways, we'll do a touch and go on runway 03, and then we're going to head off in the same direction, northeast towards the Meteor Crater. Flight Rod, can you fly the FlySim 2020 A320 on VATSIM? Now is this the one, the modded one? The Zebo mod equivalent. I've heard it's very, very good. Everyone keeps telling me about it, but yeah, I might do a stream on there on VATSIM. I've done one flight in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 on VATSIM in the Caravan. It was actually quite good. It was actually quite successful. But I'm kind of waiting for a bit more realistic model matching, and I'm certainly going to have to wait a little bit longer for a decent commercial jet airliner. But maybe the A320 is quite good. Thanks for subscribing, Loud Tecrian, Antoine, and Fermalina. Welcome on board, guys. Oh yeah, sorry, someone wanted the Zebo Mod 737 livery. Hold on, I'll grab you that now. It's actually the command's off there. So guys, if you would like a copy of the Alpaca Airways Zebo Mod 738 livery, I'll pop the command in now because it should now work. Now you can grab the link there. You can also grab the CSL file too and pop this in your X-Plane client or whatever client you have online. Sounds like an exclamation mark. There you go. And pop that in there. That way, if you ever see an Alpaca on VATSIM online, you'll display it in the correct Alpaca Airways. Jamlin, I have one of my members to thank for all of the work he does repainting those aircraft. Thank you very much, buddy. Right, look at that. Poor altitude keeping. Look, I've managed to balloon by 100 feet. Very tight formation here. Dr. Tyner's coming up here in his invisible plane. There he is. What I'm going to probably start doing very shortly is a gentle descent into Sedona. Elevation of the airfield at Sedona, it's 4,800 feet, I think. Ooh, I think that's a thermal there. Look at that. Made no input on the control column. Got ballooned up. Amazing. Right, there's Sedona anyway. Greg Scott, evening captain, what on earth have I stumbled into this? About 24 Cessna 150s in Arizona. That's what you've stumbled upon. And what I'm going to do now, it's at about 1700 RPM. Pull out the carby and we'll start our gentle descent now into Sedona. I've actually landed here before in real life as well, which is cool. Look at that, you can see the shadows of other aircraft on the nose here. Lu-30 I don't think was ready for our descent as we start going down. Is this live weather or set to everyone? Pick a station, Wolf, this is lifetime live weather. Obviously live on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so anyone can join as well. Ooh, I think no one anticipated that descent. Look, all overshot slightly. So that is the airfield just here, guys. Get ready to do our bump fits checks as well. Are you in a Cessna 152? I do. Listen, what does the carburetor heat do? Prevents carburetor icing. So when you have there's a Venturi effect in the carburetor, where the air basically gets accelerated and put into a smaller gap. That decreases the temperature of the air. If there's any moisture, it can freeze. So generally, if I remember rightly, when you're in the Cessna 150 or any piston engine aircraft without a fuel injection or a supercharger or a turbocharger, we have a carburetor installed. When you pull the power back, this prevents ice forming in the carburetor. That's my very basic, based off 10 years of not looking up the knowledge anyway. Cheryl Anderson, what we're doing now, we're doing a touch and go in Sedona, and then we're going to be going onwards to what's it called, Winslow-Lindbergh. Just before then we're going to try and land in a crater. Right, there is Sedona, guys, so we'll get ourselves lined up on final for runway 03. Beware, there might be multiple aircraft on the threshold already, ready to go. There's Yannick, hope you're doing well. This guy as well is also a 737 captain, believe it or not. Yankee Xbox, a good friend of mine. Getting ourselves onto final then for runway 03. Should I do a sudden turn? I don't know if anyone notices. Start turning left now, look. Ooh. They're on the ball, look at them go. I love it, there's no delay at all. Right, there we are. So now let's start slowing down. Got myself a little bit high. Sharklet's on our checklist, so always pull the carburetor heat when descending. Yeah, the same as I remember as well. Also, because of the elevation here, you don't want the mixture fully rich for landing. Otherwise you'll be losing power. Right, so pre-landing checks, brakes are off, undercarriage fixed, mixture is in the position for our altitude due to the density. Fuel we have just under half a tank, which is sufficient. Flaps we'll take now, the first notch of flaps. Instruments are set, T's and P's, the green carburetor out, icing is out as well. We'll only use flap 20 here, flap 30 very unusual in the Cessna. Oh, there we are, look, everyone's sped up slightly. 65 knots on final. Monitoring your landings ahead. Looking for plenty of butters this evening. Can you do a barrel? Absolutely. And guys, if you are joining on the group flight, it's the North Europe server. It's all in the video description below. Amazing. Guys, if you join the stream 750 of you watching, fantastic. If you're enjoying the group flight as well, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. A bit of fun this evening. Absolutely wonderful. Oh my goodness. Puff Saradif. Gonna go straight for you, buddy. Ah, look at that. The flaps are extended on the modelled aircraft as well. Wicked. Oh, there's an aircraft landing on the runway here. You must be thinking, what on earth is going on? Right, cut the power. Holding it off. And we're down. Are we doing a touch and go, or should we do a round around the airport? I think some people are taking off, aren't they? Yeah, let's do a touch and go then. Right. Flaps to 10 up. Carburetor heats in. 50 knots and rotate. And we're airborne. It's on a plateau here, so if you don't get airborne quick enough, it'll be off the end of the runway and down you go. 65 knots. Superb work. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. Amazing. Right, so guys, we need to now climb. We need to do some serious climbing. So we've just arrived at Sedona. We need to take a right turn here, but quite a bit of high terrain ahead. So we won't head straight off towards the mountain because we need to get up to, well, at least I think it's 8,500 feet or so. So we'll head off in this direction. We'll take a little bit of power off just so those lagging behind can catch up if you go full power. ATC be like, you can't all land at once. Exactly. I have to imagine if that happened in real life. So we need to get above this kind of ridge here. So we'll head off in this direction for a little bit longer. Might make a little bit of a right turn here. There's Moen, look, one of the members. A-Guy, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 loading but not fast enough. A-Guy, or if anyone watching wants to join a little bit later, not a problem. Look what I have found during testing. You see this little airfield here, Kilo Lima Echo Foxtrot, spawn there. It's right next to the meteor crater. The meteor crater's around here. So spawn in is a little dirt strip, Kilo Lima Echo Foxtrot, and you can join the group flight there when we all try and land in the meteor, which will be in around 20 minutes or so. A little bit of a stretch on this sector now. Gadget Badger, do you think Microsoft Flight Simulator will ever be anything more than a game? Ooh, controversial comment. I think it's got the foundations of being a really good simulator. I mean, especially for GA, I love it for this sort of stuff here. Commercial airliners, I guarantee in time it'll be the one to go for. There'll be some really decent aircraft coming. Now, and I've said this so many times already, X-Plane 11 is still really good. Some of the quality add-ons available, you know, the Zebo mod for starters, the FlyJ Sim series, absolutely fantastic aircraft. The INI builds one, which I haven't actually flown yet, but everyone keeps telling me it's incredible. A lot of the payware quality aircraft are so good. So yeah, it's a great time to be a flight simulator enthusiast because you've got a great amount of choice. Microsoft Flight Simulator is obviously building on the fact it's got the foundations of something really good in the future, and you've still got X-Plane 11, which I'm still going to be primarily using to fly the jet aircraft until we get something perhaps in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Awesome, you'll spawn at KLF, A-Guy, fantastic. Very good, Yannick, not bad. Got Fast Pete still here, non-stick skunk 62, very nice formation flying. Got 6 Caribou, a little bit unsettled there, group 41 krill. And nicely over this ridge here, so looking good, and we're nicely tracking that radial as well. Right, what I want to try and is a bit of a lag obviously with the latency of the stream, about 20 seconds. So what I'm going to say now, in about 25 seconds from now, I want everyone in the formation flight to start. Let's try and rock the wings or something. Get everyone to rock their wings. That'd be awesome. What radial? If next, still following the 061 radial, so I'll bring it up there. It's still the same airway. Look all the way. Basically, let's bring that here. There you go, 061, pretty much the entire way. We just make a slight detour with the later on to see the meteor. Right, let's have a look outside. There we go. I'm going to start rocking my wings down and see if they start following. So wicked. Amazing. Right, let's level off at, what did we say, 7,500? There's ACOG range showing everyone how it should be done. God, look at the performance here. I might have to take a bit more, lean this off a bit more. Making much difference, just the air density. Performance is poop. Get a little bit more power out of it. So cool. So, passing Sedona then, just looking at our next visual reference point. We're going to be passing over, I guess, Interstate 17, the highway, and then Mormon Lake will be next as well. Awesome stuff. So, I think it's Interstate 17 or 16, right below us. Anyone here from Arizona might be able to tell me. There it is, there's the interstate. There's 7,500, so we'll level off there. why does performance decrease at altitude when you mix the fuel richer? You imagine there's basically an efficient ratio of fuel and air to be entering into the engine to make maximum performance, and as you climb, the air gets thinner, so we need to put less fuel in that mixture to keep the ratio the same. Now, if I go full rich, look at the RPM drop off. I think that's a bit exaggerated. But 100% there, look, I'm only getting 1500 RPM. I think that's a bit too much. So if I lean it off,
50,
you'll see, look,
40,
the power
30,
increases.
20,
I think that's a bit exaggerated in the
10.
sim, though. Oh, Snapshot, that's very, very kind, buddy, and I hope you're doing well.
Try an aileron roll, see how many behind you join in.
Snapshot, I think an aileron roll, I'm going to plummet towards the ground. I'll try and do a barrel roll and climb first. You've got it, buddy. Right, what I need to do is I need a bit more height now. In fact, I need to do my, where's my checklist? My Hazel, no, is it Hazel checks before we do aerobatics installing? Yeah, Hazel. Right, let's get a bit more height, because I think if I attempt to barrel roll here, it might end a little bit disastrously, so we'll get a bit more height first. But your wish is my command on a stream like this, Snapshot. Thanks a lot, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. I'm currently flying circles this evening. Amazing. Oh, look at this lacking performance. Only got about 2200 RPM. And this is very realistic, to be fair, with this air density. It's barely climbing. It's quite cool to have this sort of matched performance. In fact, you wouldn't want to have an engine failure here. You wouldn't be able to really climb out of it. Look, I'm barely doing 300 or 400 feet per minute at 65 knots. I think all of our Cessnas are lacking performance. We've got a 172 here, it'll be a little bit quicker. To whistle. Now, someone might be able to answer in chat. I think there might be a limit to how many aircraft Microsoft Flight Simulator can display, because I think there's probably a few more people actually joined here than possible. The names keep changing, so there's LB1321 Sly Dragon. Oh, he's just dropped off here. I've noticed the sim sometimes can have people missing, but I think the sim looks absolutely wicked, and that's what I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator. The world you're flying over is identical, you know, to the world beneath, how it would look if you were there right now. It's just absolutely phenomenal for that. Anyway, let's keep our heading there. We're going to just keep climbing, try to... What I might do, Snapshot, I'll get over this ridge here, get over Mormont Lake, and that will give us a little bit of breathing space to attempt to... Well, I think an aileron roll or plummet to the ground, but we'll see what we can do. I'm barely climbing at 300 feet per minute here. Don't even have full power. Outstanding. Right, let's just take another screenshot. Hold on, guys. Right, let's have a look here. I can hear a jet. Was it a jet? Oh, it's a Cessna Caravan, look. Sea Train is in his caravan. Right, I'll try and get as many people in the shot as possible. To get more people behind. And there's 8,500. Outrageous. Right, here comes Mormont Lake. Yeah, so if you all form behind me or try and form on the side or behind, I'll try and get a screenshot of all of us whilst we're still climbing. What I'll do, I'll level off briefly at 8,500. Benjamin Absolo Horing, can I join you? Absolutely. What is the nearest airstrip? Spawn in at K left. Look, that's where we're heading towards. That's right next to the Meteor Crater, where we're going to try and land on in a second. So Kilo Lima Echo Foxtrot. Right, there we go. That looks like quite a few people there, so I'll take a screenshot of that. Amazing. Outrageous. I want to get as many people in the crater as well. And we'll level off at 9,000 as we go over Mormont Lake. There's natural... Whoa! Is that... That's XOXI Hedgehogs. Very good. And There's 9,000. So we're going to try and attempt an Aeron roll over Mormon Lake. Oh dear. And then, not too far in the distance, another 5-10 minutes after the lake, we should have the Diablo Meteor Crater. That's 9,000. So we'll level off there. Outrageous. Snapshot, don't worry about the roll too much. It was a more tongue-in-cheek than anything. I'm going to do it. Challenge accepted, Snapshot. Absolutely no problem at all. Thanks for subscribing, Abasolo Hornig as well. Welcome aboard, buddy. There's Leaped Quaz Kazar 98L. There's Cirrus. Let's go to 9,000. Right, yeah, and what I'll do, Snapshot, I'm going to look behind and see how many other people attempt it as well, because I think it could be quite amusing. Just going to trim her out. Right, let's do my hazel checks. Height sufficient to recover, but not less than 3,000 feet. Well, I'll imagine that's the case. Remember, height equals safety. Airframe flaps are up, brakes are off and secure. Hatches and harness are tight. Engines fully rich as required. Carb checked. C's and P's in the green. Location, we're not above anything important. And have a good lookout. Turn to check visually for other aircraft. Make sure none are in the vicinity. Right, anyway, here we go. You ready? I'm going to do a bit of a barrel roll. Oh no! I failed completely. Oh no, right, here we go. Oh no, I think the formation's gone. Oh, I'm plummeting towards the lake now. That was the worst barrel roll I think I've ever done. I think 10 out of 10 for effort, 2 out of 10 for execution. Oh yes, Yannick, look at that. Outrageous. Oh dear. Right, let's level off at 9,000, get ourselves back into trim. That was absolutely hilarious. What an amazing suggestion. Brilliant. So yeah, the formation got a little bit staggered. Looks like no one hit anyone though. Oh dear. Outrageous. Right, anyway, there's 9,000. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's time bombing ahead there. Wicked. Right, there's 9,000. And I'll bring that power back again slightly. Going to cruise slightly slower just to give everyone a chance to catch up. And we'll trim those down. Right, then next is the Meteor Crater. So distance wise, approaching the halfway point very soon. The Meteor Crater is around 15 minutes away. But yeah, do a stall turn. I haven't done those in a long time. Look at that though. Hey, the formation didn't break up too much. Power in here. A for trying, thanks. All I see is nav lights plummeting to the ground. It was outrageous. Right, let's put nav 2 on 14.1 as well, seeing we're using both. It makes no difference, just got basically 2 VORs tracking the same radial. There we go. Chris Long, nice stream, really given the significance of today, you should be having a mass flying Air Force Ones to an airport. Of course, yes, big day in the US, although it's not a political stream, so I won't point the conversation towards what's happening in the US there. Boot 41 Krill, outstanding work with the inverted flying, although it looks like he might be going for a little bit of wobble. It's worth noting that in a 150, with a float carburettor, the engine would die, but I guess it's not modelled. Very good. Amazing. At the moment, joined as well, we've got Vossi Cavimio, Madge KL, Maxim Coyote are there. Fast Beat, he's been here since the start. that noise? There we are, all trimmed out, so I'll go back into the showcase camera. There we are, scary gliders. What's that? Amazing. There's Sillet Bang. Oh, look at this in the Icon seaplane. Amazing. That's probably a good idea for another group flight. Wicked. Domino Mocena, there's Yannick. Whistle. Sea Train. Katie Chan at the back there. Foxy Adam. Onyx Corp inverted in his... whatever that thing is, can't remember what it's called. Impressive work. Oh, I've just realised we're kind of drifting off track here slightly. Too busy. There's Yannick. Too busy in the external camera. Right. Should be heading off in this direction. Nothing to see here. Alright, so we've done the barrel roll. Are we going to try and do the formation loop next? Alright, that's a good suggestion, Daniel Perez. Alright, let's do the formation loop. And I think in the distance there, you see that dip in the ground? That there is the Diablo Meteor Crater. So we really don't have that far to go. So, we're going to do a coordinated loop then, alright? Well, I'll let everyone listen in and catch up, and then we'll start the loop in about 30 seconds. Alright? How does that sound? Ansi Murphy, hey Captain, did you change your sensitivity settings when you got Microsoft Flights in 2020? I have, Ansi Murphy, 50% for the lot. It's very sensitive by default. That sort of gives me a bit more of the response I expect, so that's what I've done. Right, anyway, let's try this loop then, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into the cockpit just to make sure the speed gets around 120, 130 knots. And I'll jump back outside. Keep full power in. Here we go. Don't think they were expecting it. Oh, yes they were! Absolutely sensational. Very good! I think pretty much everyone stayed roughly in formation there. Amazing. Hey, where should I join to spawn in for the group flight? Pop yourself here, buddy, in Kilo Lima Echo Foxtrot, and then we'll be flying not quite over the top of it, but it's just before, I think, or after the Meteor Crater, it's a little dirt strip. There is the crater straight ahead. I'll take a little bit of power off. Lovely. Listed beam, yeah, pretty much right below the critical angle attack there. A little light turbulence and aircraft's rocking about. But, the absolute challenge of the stream is coming up, guys. We all need to try and get inside that Meteor Crater. So I hope you turned your crash settings off, because if you don't, it'll say you've crashed. Nacho Medina, it's raining planes. The flight deck to sim flying circus. Brilliant, David. Wicked. Got Dr. Tinus now as well. Tango Delta 70, that's a new name, has joined us. Right Rudder 1, CM Socra. Amazing, guys. And I'm sure you've all now got your sights on the Diablo Crater. So what we'll do is I'm going to have a look at the wind here, so we can at least try and land into wind in the crater. I mean, I don't think it models the kind of like the dynamics of the wind entering the crater and stuff, because I think you can get yourself stuck in there from air sinking into it. The wind is variable at 4 knots near Lindenberg. So what we'll do, I'll show you when we get there. There's a little building, there's a museum or something, and there's in the crater there's sort of like a ridge which you can sort of land. If you land in the crater, then you kind of go up the ridge to slow down and take off again. I'll try and point out. We'll do a couple of orbits of the crater, and then we'll fly into it. There's Fabi Hansi doing his loop. Look, Amazing. We'll do a couple of loops of the crater, and we'll find out a nice position to land in. It is doable, but you got to fly into the crater, doing kind of like the orbits inside the crater, then all of a sudden turn towards the middle to land. And I had a 4-point roll. I'm not going to be able to do a snap roll in this thing. But if I'm at 90 degrees, it's just going to fall sideways. Rudder's not strong enough. Let's get rid of the screenshot there. Absolutely crazy. Jesus. Alright, there is the crater ahead. Should do an air race one time. That'd be cool, Gareth. If we'll take the extras, go flat out. In fact, I know what we need to do. We need to do low flying. I think if we get a little bit close to the ground, see how low we can get. That's all the things we've been missing. Let's just cut the power. Everyone's going to probably fly over the top now, though. Louis, Frey at 30. So yeah, we'll do some close flying to the ground. Thanks for subscribing, Jack Fromm, as well. Welcome aboard, buddy. The world map looks crazy with all of us on it. Amazing. What I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator multiplayer is all the accuracy of the other players is great. I mean, I don't know about the configuration if that matches, but I saw when guys had the flaps extended, it sounded like they were extending. The power, so if they increase power in their aircraft, you hear that as well in the game. It's really awesome how that's all modelled. Sea Train, that's really nice formation flying, look at that. Right, let's get ourselves nice and low. Don't want to lose sight of the crater though, which is over in that direction. Let's get ourselves back into the cockpit for now. Really not that far to go. This is just looks like desert. I mean, this is where I learned to fly. My skill out here. It's just barren. It's a desert land. Love it. Radim trying to pilot whilst watching secondary monitor, multitasking. Good work. So we're going to get ourselves really close to the deck here, 50 feet or so. There's our shadow. There's our shadow, and there's the shadow of everyone else. That's a cool screenshot. I'm taking the loads, guys. Jeez. Amazing. Right, let's get down a bit lower. Try not to clip the trees. Look at that. I mean, even at low level, the sim looks absolutely awesome. Quite difficult to look backwards, though. I've gone for a tree or two. I hope that we're still heading in the right direction, roughly. We'll head towards KLF, which I know is near the crater. Amazing. Yannick! Be careful. Do a little, might just do a little touchdown. Look. Whoa, no, I'm gonna hit a tree. Don't want to do that in case it flips the plane over, because I think it can do that sometimes. So cool. Crazy Chicken is joined. Lazbus is still here. Katie Chan's here. FS7700 is still away from the start. Oh, there's a little ridge here. Let's dip into it. Someone dipped in. That's so cool. Right, and I think, guys, up ahead is the crater. Is that it? I think it could be. Right, let's get up there. Give ourselves a bit of height so we can have a good look at this before we attempt to fly in it. Is that the crater ahead or is that a ridge? I think it could be the crater. How many planes are there? I think there's about 20 of us or so. I think there could be more, but I think there's a limit to how many aircraft can show. And here is, I think it's just, they just call it the Meteor Crater. It used to be called the Diablo Meteor Crater, but do a couple of spins around it, and then we'll drop off in and see what we can manage. Ah, look, we've already got a few people at the crater. Look, 6 Scarabaeus here already. He's already dipping in. So what we're going to do, as we fly over it, you can see there's a building here across that. I think it's some sort of museum or tourist attraction. And directly opposite here's a bit of a ridge. So if you sort of land in this direction, you can use that ridge to slow down and take off again. People are already going in for it, look. So we'll do a couple of spins, and then we're going to head off towards that building. I just want to have a good look at the crater first before we attempt to land in it. This is why Microsoft Flight Sim is just epic, because it's here. The whole world is here. Look. This crater's here in real life, and it's there, and it looks absolutely incredible. So we'll cut the power off a little bit here. Got a little look around it. And there should be the debris of a Cessna 150 down here already from 1964. Incredibly. You can even... I actually landed in this car park the other day. There's like cars in 3D. It's absolutely awesome. So yeah, if we're going to drop into the bowl, and then we're going to sort of land in this direction, and if you land towards this ridge, it sort of helps you slow down and stuff like that. So we'll do a nice loop so we can have a good look around it. That's a good screenshot. Look at that. Try and get the crater in behind. On the map it shows there's about 100 of us. Ah, amazing. I think it just limits the amount of people I can display because I can see it changing all the time. Right, anyway. So what we're going to do is drop into the crater on the second way around. And then try our best to do a full stop landing in there. Got Tracker Prime already in the crater, as is Mohawk Aaron. The screenshot there. Right, I think it's now time we give this a shot. So let's drop on in. What the best view for this is. I'll go around the lip here. There is a Neo down there. Is there? Oh no, I can't see him. So down we go. Plenty of people joining in. Remember, we're going to land on in here. I did actually say we'll head and land off in this direction, but I don't think it's so much an issue here. So just keeping nice and tight to the ridge, give yourself a bit of space. I'm going to take one notch of flaps. Got mine in front of us. Keep slowly descending in. Straighten it up a little bit, and then we're going to do a sharp turn, try and land. So you ready, guys? Well, I've screwed this up slightly. Try not to pull back too much. That'll go. So we're just going to keep that turn coming. Going to go full flaps now. And land here. Come on. Go for butter, of course. We need to get on the ground first though so we can start braking. That'll do! Brake, 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 brake! And we're down! Oh, Yannick, you've overcooked it slightly. Oh no! Who's that? Oh, C-150 student. Oh dear. There is an A320 down here. I did just see it. Zooming out. Oh my goodness me. I think there's quite a few people here already. Right, I'll set the parking brakes. I want to see who else may actually manage to get down in here. Oh my days. Well, there's a few of us down. I want to watch some of the other people's attempts. Who's that? I just saw someone flying absolutely flat out. Oh dear, right, let me just... Right, there's the camera. Oh dear, you can see, look how it's a bit glitchy. Look, everyone's just disappeared. And they're all in the middle again. Oh my days. We should probably actually join in the middle, shouldn't we? Oh, let me jump back into the aircraft. I can't remember any of the buttons now. Right, hold on. Oh, I set my parking brake off. And I think it's so many aircraft down in here, it's just not loading them all up. There's people appearing behind me, then disappearing. Awesome. So I think pretty much, I mean, there's new people here, people that weren't even there before. We've got Skyper on, Tago Delta, Newlix, Ardolek, Michael. I think there's supposed to be a limit to how many people can display or show, because there's people popping up here, disappearing, and reappearing. Seville Boy 27 as well. But yeah, we made it down. That was pretty cool. Dominator, Musai. Absolutely crazy. Right, now, what we need to do to get out of here is, if I quickly jump into the showcase camera again. So we're in the crater here, and this is just from practice. I did a few kind of practice runs here. Just going to speed up the drone slightly. So you'll see, look, there's the building, which I referenced on the ridge. We need to kind of head towards that, and opposite that, you see here, look, there's a little bit of a ramp. So we're going to taxi up to this point here, turn around, and then use that ramp, and you have to basically head towards the side of the ridge here, and then start doing orbits to get out. You can only climb about 300 feet per minute. It's pretty tough there. So we'll try our best. There's Moen trying to get out the crater already. Yeah, it's doable, but it's pretty tough. It's doable though. Right, I'll jump back into the cockpit anyway. Let's go to the external view. So yeah, where's that bit there? So we need to taxi off towards that point first. So I'll take my parking brake off, and we'll go full power just to get ourselves moving. Come on. I think it might be a bit uphill here. I'm struggling a little bit. Uh-oh. Now how? I'm a little bit stuck. I can't even move. Oh, yes. Can we have Are You a Real Pilot in chat, please? I forgot to release the parking brake. That's helping at least. So I'm going to head off in this direction. So we're not taking off just yet, remember. Wi-Fi password has got the right idea, so you can see what we're doing. You probably won't get all the way up here, you sort of run out of power. But you need to sort of snap it round very short. I'm at full power at the moment. I think that'll do. Just snap it round here. 747. Oh no! I got a bit distracted by the giant 747. Right, I need to do that again because the brakes aren't strong enough to hold it on a hill here. Impressive work getting a 747 here, but I've got a funny feeling he didn't actually land it there. So basically what I'm going to do, because the brakes aren't strong enough, is roll back down the hill, do that again. Everyone thinks I'm taking off, look. This guy, like a C-150 student. But I'm going to brake, and I do that again. But I can't stop, basically, because the brakes aren't strong enough, so we need to do like go up there again, do a 180, immediately turn. Because there's no time to stop there, the brakes aren't strong enough, it's too steep, so... It's just pushing aircraft everywhere. Right, here we go then, guys, so we're going to go up here as much as possible. Full power. Snap it round. In fact, if I stop here, it should, before I point down the hill, stop. Oh no, I'm rolling backwards! Have I got enough oomph to go forward? Oh dear, don't quite have enough power to go... Oh dear, I'm stuck now. If I go release the power, I might roll backwards. Yep. Oh no! Right, I think... Will that do it? Look! Look at this. FS7-700's got the same problem. Got someone trying to get out from us. Look, Professor Curtis. We might have to stay here forever, guys. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Right, there we go. I'm working at full power. Turn it round. Let's go. That's what you need. You need a cub or something like that. So I've got 10 degrees of flaps just setting in now. There's 50 knots. Rotate. Right, I'm airborne. So I'm going to head towards this mountain. Look at that. I can barely climb at 400 feet per minute. And I'm going to start turning here. Oh, I can so easily stall. Barely accelerating. It looks like a few people are following though. Oh dear! Someone, the Fox got a little bit too low. Let's straighten up here. I'm going to go flaps up, get rid of that drag. There we go, let the aircraft accelerate, 65 knots. That's it, just keep circling. Who's behind me? Major 20104, Festive Gamer, Tango Delta, C150 student. Obviously got the experience here, Benjamin as well. Flat Fawn is still Natural was trying to power out of the side of the crater in his jumbo. Absolutely outrageous. I think we're looking good, guys, anyway. Absolutely sensational. Look at this, beautiful. Well done, the Tango Delta as well, Ted Striker. I think we've got enough oomph to get out now. Look at that, piece of cake. Piece of cake. Amazing. Right, next challenge then, guys. I thought we'd have a little bit of fun here. You know, thirsty work doing a flight like this. I think we should all try and land on the road now and try and park in the car park to grab some refreshments. Oh, guys, and for those of you who are obviously clearly waiting for a more professional stream, they are coming, guys. Let's just put our feet up. The world's falling off apart us. Let's just have a bit of fun this evening. I'm absolutely loving this. This is wicked. So what I'm going to do is try and land on this stretch of road, and we'll see how many Cessna 150s we can get in the car park here, and then we'll go off to Winslow. So I'll cut the power now. Carby's out. Bit of realism. Look, full flaps. Ooh, I wanted to land on this bit here, so I'm a little bit. So just do a little 180 hit. Amazing. Guys, let me know what I might do. Got a bit of time left. I said I'd stream for a couple of hours or so. I might try another aircraft to get into the crater. Now, nothing ridiculous. I'm clearly a 747 you're not going to get in, but maybe the Seneca or something. Or the little Baron B-58 I might have a go doing. If we'll start off in Winslow, we'll have a look. Let me know in chat if you'd like to see that. But at the moment, we'll go grab our drinks from the car park. There's 65 knots. Is the road quite far away? I might land on this stretch here. It's just aircraft just everywhere. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, I'm losing a bit of power. Look, too much drag from the flaps. Ooh, dangerous turn this. There we are, let's land on this bit. Ooh, no, there's a little bit of a terrain glitch there, so I won't go there because it'll break my nose gear. That'll do. Oh, that wasn't so smooth. Put me down. Right, I'll race you all to the car park then. Amazing. Come on, Mad Dogby, get that thing out of the way. Oh no, Corey. Oh, he's ground rolled it. You'll need a little bit of power to get up this hill though. Oh no, someone's looped his Cessna, look. Oh, there we go. No problem at all. Absolutely sensational. Oh, look. Paul Weeb's already here. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Oh dear. There we go, look. Oh, I've just lost my left wing though. Right, I just want to see who actually made it into the car park here. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, Paul Weavens is here, Onyx Corp, Ted Strike, Thomas. Lead Quasar, Epicness 204. Oh no, what happened here? Dr. Tinus seems to have ground looped your aircraft. Oh dear, well there's quite a few of you here. Is there anyone in the crater still? No, we'll manage to get out the crater. Right, well we better actually finish the flight and head off towards Winslow-Lindbergh. Absolutely crazy. Guys, there's 850 of you watching. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you enjoy watching a part-time 737 captain playing Microsoft Flight Simulator with the community. Great fun. Right. Let's ooh, I've got full right on my rudder here. Why is that not turning? Uh-oh. I think I might be stuck here, guys. I think the truck is a little bit too solid. I can't get through it. Oh dear. Oh, I can. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is not going well. Right, thankfully, I know there's a way out of this. Slight issue here, guys. If I'm perfectly honest. Is there a way of doing a pushback? Ah, yeah, Shift P. I haven't done that for about 10 years in Flight Simulator, but it works. There you go. Right, if I can just go full left here. No problem at all. Yeah, Shift P, guys, if you get yourself a little bit stuck. The truck was pretty solid. And we'll try and exit via the car park. Just make sure you pay your ticket before you leave. There's a serious right. Oh, I've clipped my wing. Oh, god dang it. I refuse to use slew if I can avoid it. But look at everyone discovering that they can go backwards by pushing Shift P. The Cessnas and Cirrus is backing out everywhere. Right, full right again. Perfect. There we are. Sea train's ready to go as well, as we all are. Oh, I don't even want to look behind. Ah, yes. It would appear someone's arrived at A320. Of course. Open your map. There we are, K left if you want to spawn in. Right, let's go, Dominato. Have you paid and displayed? Captain Jack, that's why we're out of here quite quick. Right, let's go. Flaps to 10. Whoa, over the hill. Oh, not good for the nose gear. Hopefully we'll get airborne before the end of the road. Watch out, Musai. We're up. Amazing. Right, we need to head eastbound now towards Winslow. That was fun. Look at that. And yeah, we'll head off towards Winslow. I don't even know what to say about this evening stream. What a fun evening. Absolutely crazy. Got still aircraft all in the car park, look, and coming out the crater, I think. Wicked, so we'll go over to 6,000. Let's go to 7,000 feet. So not too far to go from Kilo India November Whiskey. There's actually a VOR on the field, but don't know where it is off the top of my head. But yeah, it's eastbound from our direction here. How's the fuel situation this week? Good point, I've not checked once. We started with half a tank, just under a quarter. A little bit low, but more than enough. Stop off at 6,000. Trim her out. Go up to 7,000. That was a blasted Tuck Dolphin. Amazing. Oh, Fly Simmer 770. I can't finish the flight. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Oh, wrapping things up soon anyway. 12.6, is that the actual VR on the station, Sonny? Keep myself trimmed out here. There is a 747 going around. Outrageous. Always has to be 1A. 12.6. And is that on the airfield? It looks like it's pretty much there, so we'll line that up. So heading around 070 as we were, so yeah, I think you're right. I can hear a 74. Oh, look, there's Mochi, look. Great. Well, the Cessna survived. Yes, I did taxi just now into the side of a truck, and yes, we landed into a meteor crater, but overall, great success. I could cop up on that moment when you land and get out the crater, fine, but then crash the car park. Yeah. A moment everyone feels from time to time. Oh dear. Tim Cruel, wish I didn't have to work today. This looked like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, carburetor still on. Just testing you there, Adam. Well done. Well done winning the... what thing did I forget today? Pretty much every checklist there is. Yes, so obviously a break from the norm on the channel. Great fun indeed it's been. But I always be doing the more serious streams. Just imagine doing this on FatSim, for example. But I've been doing these one of these every 3 to 4 weeks. Let off a bit of steam. Figure it out, that's all. We've got C-Train 124. ACOG Recon. Looking good. Fastbeat 84s there as well. Amazing. Thank you so much for the live stream. Said Ralph Barber, you're most welcome. You are Skyperon. That is not something you ever expect to see. Oh, he's screwed that up. He's screwed that up. Oh, mad dog, no. Oh dear, oh dear. Nice, nice knowing you. Thanks for joining in. I feel that was about Everest. Not quite. How much FPS are you getting? I'd say sitting in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know the game doesn't have a monitor there, but I think it's over 30. Generally, performance is quite good. I think we need to do some a community group fight, maybe at the seaplane or something, try and land on some lakes. I think that could be quite good fun. Thanks for subscribing, Adam, as well. Yes, F. And so much for my accurate VOR navigation. A heading of 075 now. In fact, if I look at the distance here, I think that's where the airport is, where the flashing lights are. So we'll follow the highway, the interstate. So I think the interstate takes us all the way to Winslow anyway, so we'll follow the highway. Follow the highway in. Wicked. Is the crater that we left behind. Oh my days. Of course. At least he got out of that one. Oh, he's disappeared again. Outrageous. So yeah, it definitely would seem, I think there's probably a good 3 dozen people joining on the group flight, but I think there's a limit to how many people display on the server. Because we've got all new names here now. And people do sometimes disappear and appear again. Excuse me. Wish I could play too. What a gas. Enjoying yourself there. Well, here comes the US Interstate. Interstate 40, I think. My Arizona friends will be able to tell me probably. And again, this is one of the fantastic reasons for playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you look at the pinned comment right at the top, that's from SkyVector, free source of all the US VFR maps, and you can follow it. You can follow and operate fly VFR in the sim. It's just absolutely spectacular for that. And I'd love to have had this 10 years ago. Really, well, we have it now, so to have all this is incredible. C-Train's formation flying's been epic. A little bit too close though, because he's going all he's disappearing. Very nice. Thanks for subscribing, Clinton and Mel Bolds. Welcome aboard, guys. I think the limit for display multiplayer is 30. Ah, okay. Might be why we can't see everyone. See plenty of you for now. There comes a 747 again. Oh no. Here he comes. He's going to stall out though. He's doing his best to stay though. I mean, what are we doing? Yeah, 90 knots. Impossible, unfortunately. I'm a huge X-Plane 11 fan, but I must say the scenery is real, Declan Lee. Yeah, agreed. I love X-Plane 11. Obviously, for the commercial jet airliners, it's still the go-to sim along with Prepared. But yeah, this is... Did he manage to get past? I think the ability to just open the sim and just... You can fly wherever you want. You don't have to spend so much time fiddling with ortho tiles, scenery. It's just great. I mean, to prepare this stream, it's a lot less work for me personally. Not like complaining about the work. I love preparing for the stuff, but all I have to do is fire up the sim. That's it. That is it. Welcome aboard Adventure Time Prospecting and Kazi as well. And coming up to Winslow straight ahead. See that roll of Lycoming four-cylinder engines from all the Cessnas. Where we're heading now? Nearly done. Look, here's Winslow, just landing here. Kilo India November Whiskey. We'll do a straight-in landing here. Pull out the power. 1700. There's the carbine coming out as well. Zooming past. Still here. Commercial jet airliner. Can't see him though. Definitely a jet around here somewhere. I wonder if anyone else has noticed the runway. Captain Jack, how long is tonight's stream? Up to you guys. I've got a bit more time. I said I stream till 10:30. Oh, Nomad, you've lost it. So what I might do is try the crater again in something a little bit more ambitious. You know, the jet's, you know, unrealistic, but maybe the twin, I haven't tried that yet. This will be untested. The Baron B-58, let me know in chat. No way I butter this in pepper. Looking good here though. A bit fast on final, so pull out the power, select 10 degrees of flaps initially. Probably landing in the wrong direction here. There's notch of flaps, so 65 knots. You know what I'm actually doing? I'm going to actually fly this as I learnt my PPL, which is to pitch for speed and then use power to control rate of descent. It's all backwards to me now. HV20 for the crater. That's not going to happen. It's impossible. You'll never do it. Formation landing coming in. Absolutely. There's a print screen as well. Make sure, guys, you make plenty of screenshots as well. Retweet me, send me the pictures as well on Instagram. I'll share the stories. I'm going to share all the screenshots I've taken today on my Instagram story, so you can look out for your call sign as well. Be absolutely wicked. It's a 777 behind me. So there's Yannick. He's a good friend of mine. You've got another real airline captain flying with some formations today. Right. Anyway, let's get it down now. Scenery is very nice. It is very, very special in this. There's Quios right ahead of us. Speed's good, tad low, around 65 knots. I'll just reset my seat position here. Very low, in fact. Alright, let's cut the power. A little bit of crosswind here, look. A little bit of left rudder during the flare after we touch down. Nicely done, Koyas. There we are, down. We'll take the butter. Oh, brake. Lovely. And we're down. Oh. We'll taxi straight ahead. We'll park over here because even though this is an airport which has not seen special treatment, it's not like a high detailed airport. I think someone went to the length of putting Winslow on here, just like it has in real life. So it has the big letters here, Winslow, which is really cool. You want me to take the longitude business jet? Oh my goodness, that sounded big. That's a 787 or an Airbus. I'll take this exit here. flaps coming up. Oh, an Icon, scary gliders. Take the first left here. Oh, outrageous. Park it right here, look. Just look. Oh my goodness me. Someone's in an Airbus there. Look, it says Winslow here. I think we should all park. Let's all park around the Winslow side. So we'll go next. We'll go park next to Ivan and Notty. Jeez, I want to get a screenshot of all this. Oh, I parked a bit too forward. Look, but thankfully I know. Look, I can press Shift P. Back it up slightly. There you go. Right, let's just take a little bit of a screenshot here. Oh my goodness me. Oops. Why is that not working? There we go. The aircraft just spawning around me everywhere. That's quite epic, if I'm honest. You can see, look, the sim's struggling to load all the aircraft in. They keep disappearing, reappearing. I think got a few of us though. Aircraft is everywhere. Right, let's take a screenshot of that. Outrageous. Right, well, so yeah, let's do. I've got a little bit more time. I said I'll stream till 10:30, it's another 20 minutes. So, what I'll do, I'll reload in the sim, we'll reload here in Winslow in another aircraft, we'll try again to land in the crater and get out again. I mean, obviously something like the 7.4, the 320 is not going to be doable, but we'll do our absolute best. But yes, great fun, great fun. I think they'll probably crash the surface of Microsoft here at the moment, but yeah, if you want to join me, stay in Winslow if you so wish. I'll reload into another aircraft and we'll have a bit of fun there. Right, let's make it a little bit quieter and breathe. That was absolutely crazy. Right, so what is it? Yeah, another 20 minutes. Let's try. I'll go from Winslow. I'll pick another aircraft and we'll go from there. So let's go world map. It is Winslow. You can see all the aircraft here, look. Still. We'll start on the runway this time. Set as departure. What aircraft are we taking then? Bonanza? It's about the same size. I've not tried any of them here. What turboprops have we got? King Air's pushing it, I think. What's the stall speed of the King Air? Or we could perhaps do... What's the twin? It's Baron, isn't it? I think this will be easier than the 150. I think we should try the twin. I've not done it. And it'll be tougher. What's the stall speed? This will be about 80 knots. It'll be about 20-30 knots quicker than the other aircraft. Snapshot, you reckon King Air? Alright, let's choose the King Air. You're the boss. This isn't going to work. King Air it is. This is not going to work. This aircraft is absolutely everywhere here. Look. Right, King Air. I need to lighten it up a little bit. So weight and balance, take a little less fuel, let's go about 25%. Payload, none. There we are, that's going to help me out a little bit. Let's give that a whirl. DA62, that's about too easy. TBM as well. X-Cub's going to be, again, easier than a 150. I think this is, yeah, jet's going to be impossible. This is probably on the absolute limit of what I'd probably be able to manage. Oh, you know what else is going to happen? Because it's the King Air. It's going to go 500 every 2 seconds. Owen Finnegan, you're going to have a go in the Baron. Wicked. Absolutely awesome. Unbelievable. Nope, it's not going to work, it's a snapshot. More faith? I think you're right. I've already loaded in here. Already got a few people here joining us. There's Katie Chan already, who's here for the start. Oh, I think this is a bit ambitious. Snapshot. I've got a 747 hovering. Oh my days, right. Let's take pretending he's a flap. Last time I flew this was on the Japanese tour flight. That was quite interesting. So I'll go full prop, which I think we already have. There's no point leaning the mixtures on a turboprop. It's not going to work there. Right, let's release the parking brake, which is where is it here? There we go. Ah dear. Right, this will be brave. Thank you very much, James Monks, who's just joined as a member. Glad you're enjoying this community group flight. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord, where you'll be able to see where I get up to every single day, and hopefully you'll enjoy the Sirius XM11 flights and learn something new. But certainly enjoying this impromptu stream. Right, anyway, let's go. Full power. Plenty of people here. Release the brakes. Off we go. It's taking a little bit of power off there. Why do I feel like there's something preventing us from moving? This is never going to work. I could barely take off on a 2,000 meter runway. Look how slow it's increasing its speed. Oh, I'm never going to get out of the crater. His King is going faster. Why is mine so slow? I think I had a bit too much flap. Oops! Oh my goodness me! Yeah, nothing to see here. I took the flaps out up way too early. Didn't have enough speed. Yeah, nothing to see. Gears coming up. Oh, snapshot! You did your multi-engine on the King Air. Ah, that is why you wanted me to fly it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to manage it. I've got a bit more performance now. Yeah, this ain't going to work. Who else is in the King Air? Oh, looks like a lot of people have joined in the King Air. Excellent. TBMs. And if I remember rightly, the crater was off in this direction. We'll get there a lot quicker. We're doing a 150. I think that's it ahead there. Look. Now we're going to be more performance. Oops. Lovely. Thanks for subscribing. Jaber, welcome on board, buddy. Does your Thrustmaster thrusters come with flap control? I just have a not Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. That's my old joystick. Hold on, is there some sort of autopilot on here? How do I turn that off? There seems to be. Is that on or off? There seems to be something restricting my controls. World.
50,
I'm really struggling
40,
to pitch down here.
30, 20, 10.
Yeah, I think it's broken because I'm trimming and it's not working.
King of the crater, all the best, Captain. Him sending you some bread to spread the butter grin.
Thank you very much, Christian, for the tenner. King of the crater. Outrageous comment. That's very kind of you, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for continued support as well. Right, I've got a problem here, guys. The trim is running away sort of on its own. I'm making inputs on the controls. But look, if I pitch down, look how the trim moves completely on its own. Is that something I've forgotten what to do, or something in the settings? Because at the moment I'm pushing the nose all the way down. I've got full nose down now, and it's still climbing. Like full nose down. It's broken, is it? This to bin? Is that actually genuinely broken though? Look, like if I let go of the control, look, it's like there's something engaged fighting it. But look, I've got no input. If I pitch down, look, and let go of the stick, it's like there's like an autopilot on or something. But yeah, something's. If I trim nose down, okay, it can't trim. Look, I've got full nose down trim and it's not working. So I think it's broken. You have to stall it. It happened to me. Stalling it fixed. Right, if I go full nose down, look, and then let go, it just yanks straight back up again. I trim runaway memory items. Oh yeah, it's definitely broken. I might have to go into another aircraft. It's completely broken. Oh, for goodness sake! I've got full nose down now. Full nose on the joystick. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's not a King Air fix. It's snapshot. FMA says you have the autopilot on, does it? It's blank, isn't it? It's definitely on now, look. Right, now I'm exceeding VMO. Nothing to see here. I've actually got control now, though. I think I might have control. Okay. Oh my god, does this thing not shut up? Right, well... Where's that crater gone? I'm trying to get to the crater, guys. Do excuse me. Snapshot, did yours shout at you landing gear continuously as well? I think it's working now, though. Yeah, it's working. I've got full control. The trim was just like running away. Someone, what was it? The runaway stabilizer manual items. Auto throttle, autopilot engage, auto throttle engage, disengage. If the runaway continues, stab through cutout switches to cut out. Stop putting me under all this pressure. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to drop the gear to shut you up. No, I'm not even... Oh, it's because the power's all the way back, isn't it? Right, I think I'm just going to... I've definitely got full control now, so full left, full right, up, down. No, is something still... Something's still fighting me. I don't know, there seems to be some resistance. I don't know. Well, we'll give it a shot anyway. Right, let's head off towards the crater again. Does this thing not shut up? I know. Unbelievable. Right, there's the crater again. You can see Benjamin Pro. Anyway, I can at least, if it doesn't work, I can just say the excuse that it's the aircraft's broken. Right, there's the crater again anyway. I'm quite surprised most of you managed to stay in formation whilst I fought the aircraft. Right, anyway, there is the crater. The resistance is from your passengers panicking. Right, anyway, let's give this a whirl. Right. There's the crater coming up, so again, we'll bring the speed all the way back first. 100 knots, I think. I could probably bring it all the way back with the flaps. But it's going to be difficult to control in the crater. 227 knots now. What's the maximum gear extension speed for the King Air? Definitely not 210 knots. It's too fast. I don't think this is going to be difficult. Getting it in, doable. I think. Getting it out, I think we'll be stuck there. Right. I'm trying to bleed the rest of the speed off. Gonna need some seat bags in the back, Captain said Trevor Hawk. Yeah, I can't blame you there, buddy. Alright, there's the crater. C-150 student who's been with me from the start. Fantastic formation flying. Great to see everyone else trying it in a King Air as well. There's a jumbo jet already in the crater. There's a jumbo jet leaving the crater. It's outrageous. Max 190 for the gear extensions. That's alright. I'll try. Let's try to keep it semi-realistic. I'll make sure that the gear doesn't get blown off at least, but everything else falls apart. Right, there's 180. Let's drop the gear now. Bring out the drag. That'll help us slow down a bit more. Take a notch of flaps. Definitely have control of the aircraft now, at least. Well. Let's go full flap again. That might have been a bit fast for full flap. And I think stall speed, full flaps, and gear extended with no weight. Not sure. We'll soon find out. And I'll be increasing the G obviously because I'm in a constant bank turn, so the stall speed will be faster. 500. 500. Haven't missed you. Right, here we go. Into the crater we go. 120 knots. bank here too much. I'm going to bring the speed back. Right, let's roll it into the crater. We're going to add a bit of power here. There we go. Wings level. Right, stop. Right, full reverse. Come on. Bit of left rudder. Full brakes. Piece of cake, guys. Piece of cake. Nothing to see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Absolutely no problem. Gonna get King Air in this crater. Piece of cake. Should have taken the jumbo. Which I'm not doing. Unbelievable. Right, who else managed to get in here? Quite a few guys. Very impressive. Very impressive. There's Rob's 961 doing some aerobatics. Let's go see what's going on in the middle of the crater here. It looks like everyone's worshipping the crater god. Look at them all in the middle. Let's join them. It's like a shrine of King Airs. List them in. Not bad, mate. Oh, sorry. I'm going to smash all into the side of you here. Full brakes. Oh, sorry, guys. Like a handbrake turn. It's just like a Tesco car park on a Friday with all the boy racers. There are other supermarkets to loiter in as well. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. Taken like any landing at Leeds Bradford, you've got it. So how many we got here? 1, 2, Tracker Prime, Ivan, Yannick's here still. Don't do well, buddy. I'm gonna chat with you soon, mate. Cosmic Frog, Recon, Sklipt Alexander, and a 777. Right, so coming up to the end of the stream, guys, we've got one more thing to do, which is to somehow get this King Air out of here without cheating, no slewing, and then we'll go finish off in Winslow. So, as before, if I pop here on the external showcase camera, what we're going to do is head off towards that ridge here, this bit here. It's kind of the flattest part of the crater. The rest is quite undulating terrain, but this bit here is a little bit flat. We'll power up here. You can't really stop. We're going to go up here, do a 180, and then full power. Head towards the corner of the ridge, and then pull up, and then you've got to get straight into a turn. Otherwise, you're going to hit the side of the crater. It's going to be very, very tough. Right, let's jump into the flight deck again. Flap-wise, I will take approach flaps. We're as light as we can be. Let's go give it a try, alright? Just got to work out where it is. Right, it's ahead of us, just there. Right? Alexander's already on his way. Seatbelts on, Cody, you got it. Right. Gonna go ahead full power towards this bit here. And you can see, I think we're already... Well, it's pretty flat here. So I'm just going to take a bit of momentum. Need as much of the crater as possible, so I want to get as much momentum up here as possible. Because we won't be able to stop, remember, brakes aren't strong enough. Right, and there's probably the gear to be ripped off in real life. Right, there's a little bit of a ridge here, I think, so I'll just bring it to a stop there. Can I stop it there? I can! Alright, that's in a good position here. See if anyone else can make it up here. I'm pointing in the direction, we won't make it, so yeah, I need to go full power in this direction. This could be interesting. Snapshot. I've actually got someone here who's flown the King Air, has a lot of experience, and I should probably ask him if he had any advice for leaving the crater. I don't know what I'd ask him. Right, anyway, it looks like Mustard's on his way. Where's Mustard's going? Yankee Xbox, you need a bit more power. Oh, I see, I'm on this little flat ridge here. Right, let's give it a go. I'm going to go full power. Takeoff briefing performed. There you go, Dickley. Talent reversing. Full power, full left on the rudder. Right, let's give it a try. Come on. What's the rotation speed? About 85, 90 knots? There's the nose gear gone anyway. Keep the weight off the nose wheel at least. Alright, down. 80, 90 knots. Come on. We're airborne. I'm going to keep... Yeah, no. Oh, come on. Oh. Did you see that, boys and girls? Look at that. Absolutely no problem. I'm going to raise the gear now. King Air, easy. Look at that. How did the other guys get on? Did anyone else get out? I think we did. We got a couple of others. Major 2104, leaped Kaiser, all out. Absolutely no problem. Dark Mind is trying to clamber out the side of the crater. Absolutely amazing. Right, back to Winslow. We'll call it a day then. And we'll go park up in King Airs. Whew. There we go. So I can tick off getting a King Air out of the Diablo Crater. Oh, only problem is the engines have overheated. Right, flaps can come up as well. What a wonderful machine. Outrageous. Snapshot mega. Didn't you join my channel, Snapshot, to perhaps learn how to fly the 737? Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, there's 7,000. And bring the power back. Thank goodness it started working to get out there. Although everyone needs to catch up.
Landing here.
Oh, I can't bring the power back too much, otherwise it'll continuously moan at me. There we are. We've got still people, I think, trying to get out of the crater. Yeah, that's catching up now.
Landing here.
Got a 747. Oh, he's disappeared. There's Spixie coming as well. Major 2104, I think he got out the crater as well. Wicked. Oops, my forehead resting on the windscreen. That is why the curved runway concept never took off. Yes, yes, Robbie, correct. It clearly works. Oh, Aaron, well, I crashed, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. You've got to have the crash settings off, because I think as soon as you hit the ground in Microsoft Flight Simulator and it's not a runway, it detects it as a crash. Now, that is impressive, Nomad. What are we doing? 100 and... Oh, no, 118 knots. So that's not too bad in the 7.4. You can manage that. Very impressive. I've slowed right down here, so a few people can join. There's another screenshot in order. Wicked. Guys, as I said, all the screenshots I took today I'll share on my Instagram story and Facebook for 24 hours as well. Don't forget to share yours as well, and I'll be able to retweet or whatever, the re-story it. I don't know the Instagram terminology. But yeah, what a thoroughly enjoyable group flight it's been. We'll have to think of another epic challenge for the next one. We've done Meteor Craters. The other one was island hopping in the Canaries. We'll have to get something else to do. How did those guys get stuck back in the day? I know, Eamon, that actually happened to these guys in 1964. They actually took off from this very airfield, Winslow, in a 150. They flew out the crater, and they kind of got sucked in. You know, obviously that's not... I'm just going to drop the gear here. It's not that realistic. I don't think it depicts that kind of downdraft you get from a crater in real life. I think it was very hot on that day as well, which obviously affects the density altitude. And they crashed, and they actually were quite badly injured, but they did survive. And I'm led to believe there's still, in that very crater today, there's still the wreckage of the Cessna 150. Landed inside Mount Fuji. And that's the next crater we've got to go find, or volcanic hole. Right, anyway, I'm going to start slowing down here. Got an Airbus coming straight in as well. I saw all of the other menders as well. Andy M71. Very good. Michael, do you think you'll do any engine failure simulations? So yeah, I think one of the stream ideas we've been toying with for a while is doing an engine failure on VATSIM, where I perhaps talk to a controller beforehand, we organise it. I'll have the engine failure and we can do a full checklist. I have a tutorial on that, which you might find quite interesting anyway. Right, very high here. Full flaps, idle power. There's 500. Definitely going around now on the 7th Street. With a rate of descent of, what was that, 2,500 feet at 500 AGL? Yeah, that's a little bit steep. There's an Airbus right ahead of us. No pressure. We've only got, how many people are watching the stream at the moment? About 500 people watching. Right, let's see if we can butter it there. Not bad at all. Spixie. Oh my goodness me, this one in the Reno Air Race. Well, my plan is going out the window. It seems very slippy, this aircraft. I'm at idle power here. Look at look at the speed dropping back. That doesn't look realistic. What in the world? 87, 86 knots. I've got full flaps and the gear out. That speed should be dropping like a... Well, I'm not going to say. Dropping very quickly. I'm going to have to put it down. Speed's just not bleeding off at all. That might need some fine tuning. Right, we're down anyway. Whoa, try not to hit the Airbus. Brake, 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 brake. Unless, I don't know, it could be my power didn't go fully idle. Yeah, it did. Doesn't sound like it's fully idle. Anyway, let's vacate. Do a 180 backtrack. There we go. Ooh. And we'll go park where we started. Well, I say where we started. We started this flight in the King Air. Yeah, snapshot, that's not right, I know. I had idle, look at that formation King Air landing. I had idle power there in the flare, and it's like I was flying the most efficient glider I think I've ever flown. Full flaps, gear down, it was like dropping about a knot a second. I don't know, I think it might be that the power at idle is too much, I don't know, because I've got no power at the moment, it seems to be going quite quickly. Kick my fat Airbus, I think could be Bearbus, yes, my Among Us name tag for a short while. Wicked. There's still plenty of people hanging around for the group flight, absolutely wicked. I've actually been here in real life as well. It's one of the places I landed when I was doing my CPL. Flew from Goodyear, Arizona to both Sedona and Prescott and Winslow. There we are. There's the Winslow sign. Park to the this side of it here. Whoa, full brakes. There we go. Right, parking brake is set. Let's cut the power. What's moaning before? Parking brake set. Okay. Well, we'll turn the master off.
Okay.
Excellent! And the engine just... That's so loud! So loud. Pepper64, you fly 737, right? Yes, captain for an airline based in Europe. Please land in Crater, I'd love to see this. Billy Anderson, we've landed in the Crater twice this evening, both in a Cessna 150 and a... hovering aircraft, I'm going to stay inside. And not only Cessna 150 and the King Aero as well. Any explained stream schedules this weekend? Yes, Ruben Leroy will be in on Friday night. I'm planning the Airbus A300 stream. So we're going to be in Florida. I'll post that stream probably tomorrow evening. I still need to practice flying the Airbus A300 as well. So it'll be the playlist. If you're interested, I have a playlist called Canada 737 Captain Fly A. It's anytime we don't fly in the 737. So we've done the Airbus, we've done Concorde, we've done the 727 as well. So we've got loads of different aircraft there. Caroline Evans, thank you very much, Captain. You're most welcome. Adam says, awesome job. List them in 500 out of 10 with landing gear again. Oh, I missed it. I'll rewind. Love you. Thanks, Billy. Very, very kind. Outrageous, guys. Anyway, let me know in the comments section below what you'd like to do for the next Microsoft Flight Simulator group flight. It's been really, really enjoyable doing this one as well. As I said, we've got the X-Plane 11 stream coming up as well. If you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up as well. Subscribe as well so you can see when we're next doing the community group flights. And I'll see you all in the Airbus A300 for the next stream. Wish me luck learning to fly that thing. We all know how much we love Airbus and flying Deck to 7. Guys, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.